So if your makeup has been looking heavy, dry, and just not sitting on your skin right, then I have a reset video for you today. Today I'm using simple, lightweight products just to bring skin back to life for spring. And the focus is better placement, less product, and an overall glow to the skin. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kathleen, and I create content for mature women who want to look fresh, natural, and not overdone. So if that interests you, consider subscribing. So of course, step one is hydrating our skin. That's super important. And we're gonna start off with I'm gonna start with the Hydrating Milky Mist from Pixi. And just for context, I'm 65 years old and I have very dry skin. So I'm gonna go in with this Hydrating Milky Mist. I'm going to just go over it and spray it very lightly. It has hyaluronic acid, oats, and it's just a very soothing, hydrating mist. You can see that it just added a little bit of glow to my skin. So this is from Pixi, which you can get at Target, and it retails for about $15. And what that's going to do is it's really going to help the foundation that I'm going to use sit on the skin better, because like I shared with you, I have very dry skin and I use retinol on my skin. So a lot of times I have peeling and I don't want to have to worry about my foundation settling into my fine lines and texture that I have on my skin, as well as the peeling from the retinol. And my skin just feels really soft now and less tighter. So when you're done spraying it, you can just lightly press it into the skin. Next I'm going to go in, and these are fairly new. These are the Pixi On-the-Glow Base sticks, okay? And they come in an applicator that looks like so. Looks like a stick of deodorant. And you twist it up. This is in the shade Cream. They have 18 different shades, I believe. So I'm really thinking about placement, right? Especially on my mature skin. I don't want to go in there with anything too heavy. So I'm really looking for just a very light, fresh look for spring. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to start in the center of my face and I'm going to pull it out like so. Okay. I'm going to go across here and bring it over. And then I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm going to press it into the skin. Very lightly. I'm going to go a little bit on my chin. And then really what I'm just looking to do is even out my skin tone and just give it a fresh look. Okay, let's go up here. Put a little bit in here. And I'm staying away from the areas where I have texture, like in through here and over here, focusing it on the center of my face and bringing it out and upwards. And if I need to go in and do these a little bit more, I can go in there. But you can see how lightweight it is, staying in the theme of just less is more. Now if I need to go in and add a little bit more in a few areas, I can go ahead and do that. And again, I'm just going to press that in with my fingers. See, I do want to go in there and add a little bit of color to my eyelids, but I don't want to go in there with anything too heavy. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to use this palette here, and I'm going to go add a little bit of shimmer to my lid. Just my lid. I'm not bringing it up into my crease. I'm going to take my ring finger and go in there. I'm going to use this color here, this light pink shimmery color here. And I'm just going to take my ring finger and I'm going to take that and I'm going to press it across my lid. You can see that it's just add a little bit of shimmer to the lid itself. And that's just giving it a subtle, fresh look. So the name of this palette is Harmony Hue, and you can see it's very soft colors and nothing too harsh. What I'm gonna do, just to sort of deepen up the lash line a little bit, is I'm gonna take this brush here, and I'm gonna go into the color that's right above it, this darker one, and I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna add a little bit of color right here, right on that lash line. But I'm really just kind of smudging it out. Very subtle. So this makeup look is super easy and probably get it done in less than 5 minutes. So there you have it. Just very simple, very easy. Just kind of making my eyes pop a little bit, but nothing too heavy. So I do need to go in and add a concealer to my under eye, and I'm going to use this one from Tarte, and this is a color corrector and concealer in one. And I'm going to go in, I'm going to take my ring finger, I'm going to take just a little bit and go in there and press that right in the corner. Again, this is all about strategically placing the makeup so it doesn't look heavy. Okay, and I'm going to press that in the corner there. Okay, and then I'm going to take a little bit and put it on the end here and press that going up and out. And then whatever's left on my finger, I'll just kind of bring that down a little bit. But again, I do not want this heavy at all. I want it very light. Yeah, you can see how that just brightened up that under eye compared to the other one. So next is blush, and I'm going to go in with these liquid blushes from Pixi. One is obviously a little bit darker, and it's called Peony, and the other one is called Pretty. And you can see this one's very light. This one has a little bit more cooler pink shade to it. So this here, I'm just gonna take one dab and put it up here. I'm gonna take a blush brush and I'm gonna kind of drag that upwards. And you can see that that just gives it a healthy glow. It doesn't really give it too much color. But again, I'm just looking for clean, fresh, lightweight makeup. So it looks like so. Now, if you think you want a little bit more, you can go in with this darker shade. And again, one dot will do it. And then we can kind of take that and dab that in. Now you can either use your fingers, again, you can use your fingers if you choose, and just kind of blend that in, going upwards towards the top of that ear. And that's just gonna give it a little bit more color if that's what you're interested in. So you can see that that's gonna give it a little bit more color. This one's very subtle, and there you have a little bit more. So now we're gonna finish everything off, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use this lip blush from Pixi. It's very subtle, it's very soft pink. Comes in an applicator that looks like so, and I'm just gonna take that, and it's almost like it's a lip stain, but it's very lightweight. And run that across my lips, just to give it a little wash of color. Then I'm gonna go over the top with this gloss from Pixi too, just to add a little bit more hydration. And it comes in an applicator that looks like this, and it squeezes up. And this has a little bit of color to it, but not much. And what that's gonna do is that's just gonna help plump up my lips a little bit. So if I feel like I got a little heavy-handed with the blush over here, I can go in there and kind of soften up the edges a little bit so it doesn't look so pinky. Yeah, that just took it down a little bit, but honestly, I like this side better. It's just very subtle. I'm not looking to, like again, I don't want anybody even knowing that I'm wearing makeup. I want it to be very subtle. So the goal of this makeup look is for everything just to look very subtle and very fresh, and really questioning whether or not if I even have makeup on. Okay, so to finish it up, we're gonna go in there with the Pixi Large Mascara. Okay, and so to finish this up, we're gonna go in there with the Pixi Large Mascara. And this ranges anywhere between $15 and $18 too. And it comes in 2 shade ranges. It's either black or brown. And the wand is a very thick wand. And I'm gonna go in and I'm just gonna do a very light application of mascara. And I'm gonna focus it in on the root area, like down and through here. Well, I like the way it goes on. It's not going on clumpy at all, very lightweight. Yeah, so it just added a little bit more fullness to those lashes. So this is what I mean when I say less is more. We didn't go in there, we didn't pile on the products. We used a minimal amount of makeup, and we just really focused in on putting it in areas where we just needed to have some coverage. So if your makeup has been feeling heavy and aging, then pull back on maybe some of the products that you're using. Focusing in on skincare and hydration, and using just light layers. So let me know if you want more videos like this for your mature skin, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye everyone.